Dear students, in third BSc Physics Sem 6 Unit 3 Solar Energy. What is solar energy? Solar energy means energy come from earth through sun in the form of radiation. In the form of radiation. This energy, solar energy, is utilized using different types of solar devices. They are direct conversion using solar photovoltaics and solar thermal conversion systems. In these solar thermal conversion systems, there are two types: flat plate collectors and concentrating collectors. In this chapter, we are studying solar photovoltaics and solar thermal conversion systems. Direct conversion of solar energy. Transfer of solar radiant energy on the electrons of a solid in photovoltaic cells, photogalvanic cells applied to photolysis of water, and phototubes. Electrons are emitted from the cathode under illumination may also serve to generate power. Indirect conversion of solar energy, conversion of radiation energy into heat and secondarily into electricity in a thermodynamic process. They are flat plate solar collectors, concentrating solar collectors, solar tower, solar chimney, etc. These are the different types of indirect conversion of solar energy. How much energy get from the sun? The sun generates energy at the rate of 3.8 into 10 power 23 kilowatt. In this energy, earth receives only a small part of it, but that is also considerable. That means earth receives considerable energy from the sun, and earth receives 1.7 into 10 power 14 kilowatt or 5.3 into 10 power 24 joule per year of solar energy. Here sun generates 3.8 into 10 power 23 kilowatt, earth receives only 1.7 into 10 power 14 kilowatt. That is very less amount of energy received by sun. And 8.4 into 10 power 23 joule per year reaches the surface of earth. Earth surface receives 8.4 into 10 power 23, and current world consumption of energy is 4 into 10 power 20 joule per year. Joule per year from all sources. That means very less amount of energy consumption in the solar energy. And all chemical and radioactive polluting byproducts of the thermonuclear reactions remain behind on the sun, while only pure radiant energy reaches the earth. That means all chemical and radioactive polluting byproducts of the thermonuclear reactions. In the thermonuclear reactions, there are so many bioproducts. They are chemical and radioactive polluting byproducts. Meaning these are remain behind on the sun, while only pure radiant energy reaches the earth. these chemical and radio polluting byproducts are not reach the earth. Only pure radiant energy reaches the earth. Energy reaching the earth is incredible. By one calculation, 30 days of sunshine striking the earth have the energy equivalent of the total of all planets fossil fuels, both used and unused. That means only 30 days sunshine striking the earth, that energy is equivalent to the entire all planets fossil fuels, that means coal, oil, natural gas, and both used and unused. That means so much of energy received by earth in these 30 days. And what are the key features of solar energy? The key features are, it is the most promising renewable source of energy. Solar energy is a most promising renewable energy, most important renewable energy also. It is an essentially inaccessible source of energy, and it has potential to meet a significant portion of the nation's future energy need because of its quantitative abundance. That means solar energy is meet a significant portion of the nation's future energy or global future energy also. It is a clean and environment friendly source of energy. That means there is no pollution. It is a pure, clean, and it is a environment friendly source of energy. What are the limitations of solar energy? There are very low limitations are there. It is diluted source of energy, and its availability varies widely with time. That means in summer there is so much of solar energy, the temperature of the solar energy, and winter there is a very less amount of solar energy available, and it is also availability varies with the place to place. In our country seasons are different, in western countries seasons are different, so the availability of solar energy is varies from one country to another country, and it needs storage system. We can store this solar energy. If you convert the solar energy into different forms, and we can store the entire energy. That is a big problem nowadays. Storage of solar energy is a very big problem, big limitation of present days. We can improve the how to store the solar energy, how to store the conversion energy from the solar energy. These are the our aims in future. And the first one is solar photovoltaics. These solar photovoltaics, what are photovoltaics? Photovoltaics means these are using with the photovoltaic effect. This photovoltaic effect, the direct conversion of sunlight into electric power is achieved by semiconductor effect. Valence electrons get freely by the energy gained from the incident sunlight on the solar cell. That means this is the solar, this is the photovoltaic cells, and here is a grid is here. We can, as shown in the picture, a grid is there. This grid is connected to the electric load, and the solar radiation is incident on the surface of this photovoltaic surface, semiconductor surface, and the photovoltaic effect says that if solar radiation is incident on the surface of this semiconductor surface, the photo electrons are emitted from the surface of that photo photovoltaic, that means semiconductor. That means if photoelectrons are emitted, electricity is nothing but the flow of electrons. So we connect to the load, we can measure the photo current. That means we can get photo current. That current is used in the photovoltaic conversion effect can be achieved in all semiconductors. This is achieved in all semiconductors. We can use the very cheap photo semiconductor devices. These are the silicon surfaces, silicon conductors are we are using here. So these solar cells means the energy, solar energy is converted into electricity using the solar cells, using this photovoltaic effect. And most of the cells are manufactured from monocrystalline material. That means only one crystal, that is silicon crystal material is more used nowadays. So these are the solar cell. What is solar cell? Solar cell is using photovoltaic effect. This is convert solar energy into electrical energy. And new technologies approaches the thin cell, a decrease in the consumption of material per unit of power generation. This is a very small device. So a decrease in the consumption of material per unit of power generation. Due to power generation, we can use a very small devices. So that means consumption of material. And the evidence of sophisticated metallurgy, namely monocrystalline material and ultra high purity material, often called electronic grade material we are using. So it is a very sophisticated metallurgy. So there is no need of sophisticated metallurgy, and we are using only monocrystalline material. And these technologies are suitable for a continuous production process. These small devices are we are using to, so this is a continuous production process. And the solar photovoltaics are the fundamental power unit of a PV system is a solar cell. PV and pressure and volume photovoltaic system, PV cell, not pressure and volume system. This is a photovoltaic system is used in a solar cell. It is a semiconductor generally made of silicon. Already we discussed. Is generally made of silicon. A solar cell is a thin wafer, very small, a fraction of millimeter wafer is there, which is chemically treated and processed at a high temperature. It is a processed at a high temperature. Many such wafers are joined together to create a PN junction. Solar cell is nothing but a PN junction. So across which voltage develops when sunlight falls on these cells. These are the create a number of wafers are joined together to create a PN junction. That PN junction develops the voltage when sunlight falls on these cells. There are 4 common types of silicon photovoltaic cells. Here is a diagram. Here is a N-type junction and junction zone and P-type junction. There are N-type material and P-type material is connected together, PN junction. This P and N is connected to a voltmeter, and in between there is a junction zone, PN junction, and sunlight is incident on the surface of the N-type material. We get electrons. So that electrons are nothing but the flow of electrons is nothing but the electricity. So current is flowing through this voltmeter. And here is a 4 types of solar photovoltaics. There are single crystalline silicon, polycrystalline silicon, ribbon silicon, and amorphous silicon. There are 4 types of silicon materials are used in the photovoltaic cells. These are the 4 types of common types of photovoltaic cells. They are the solar cells. And solar photovoltaic panel, a number of cells are, many cells are connected series to increase the voltage. We can use it, that is called as a photovoltaic panel. That is a solar panel. That is a solar photovoltaic panel, or simply we are using that solar panel. Solar panel is nothing but the number of cells are connected in series to increase more voltage. If you have only one solar cell, we get only 5 volt, maximum of 5 volt. But you can use the number of cells, many cells, we get a more voltage. Several series of cells can be interconnected in parallel to increase the power output. These several series of cells, these panels are connected in parallel. These solar panels are interconnected in parallel to increase the more power output. Solar cells are extremely fragile. That means they are not broken. They are strong, sturdy. So to protect them from the damage, very fragile. So to protect them from damage, they are sealed on the top of by a layer of glass and bottom with a layer of plastic or metal or combination of two. These solar cells are very fragile. So to protect the solar cells, we can cover this solar panel. Top of the layer of the solar panel is sealed by a glass, and bottom of the solar panel is covered by a layer of plastic or metal or a combination of plastic and metal. So these solar photovoltaic panels are rated in terms of peak watt units, which means minimum number of hours of sunlight required to produce desirable amount of electricity daily. We can use these solar photovoltaics panels these solar panels are used to peak watt units, which means minimum number of hours of, that means very minimum number of hours are sunlight required to produce. We need not more sunlight, only minimum number of sunlight is used to produce power from these solar panels. And another one is a solar lantern. This solar lantern is a single light point portable system. Solar lantern is a single light point portable system. Apart from the PV panel, solar panel, it consists of a lamp, battery, and electronic component. Here is a in diagram show the lamp, battery, and electronic components, and all placed in a casing either made of metal or plastic fiberglass. This lantern is a consists of casing either made of metal or plastic or fiberglass. Due to portability found in both indoors and outdoors applications, these are used in indoors and outdoors application. Solar panels are fixed, but this lantern is mobile unit. We can use in outdoor applications or indoor applications. And in this lantern there is a CFL bulb is there to glow that, and it energy is sunlight is incident on this solar panel system, and it is stored in a lantern, and this energy is converted into electricity. Using that electricity, this CFL bulb is glowing. This is used in outdoor and indoor purposes. And here is a battery in the solar lantern is a sealed maintenance free, and lead acid battery or a tubular plate lead acid battery with spill proof feature is used. Here is a battery is a very standard battery is used in this lantern, a sealed maintenance free, and a photovoltaic panel typically has a power rating of 12 volts using, and electronic component inverters with at least 80% efficiency is provided with the system. And the solar lantern are also provided with two LED indicators to indicate charging and deep discharge state. Okay students, we can stop here. We can continue tomorrow next class. Thank you.